Save it till the morning after.
Are we actually rolling?
Are we rolling?
Are we actually?
We're fucking rolling.
Jesus, I need to stop watching.
Shit. Is that popping? What's popping? Save it till the morning after.
Oh, why is my mic distorting? Because I'm screaming into the fucking mic. Relax.
Like, yeah, Jesus, why is it cutting
Oh,
and
the audio
spitting?
seems to be terrible.
Oh, it's so bad, yeah.
It probably will pop, to be fair.
That's fine. We're popping. Popping and dropping.
Maybe stop
as I said, I used
throwing it around like you're
used
fucking
to say-
Joe Dolan.
used to say
Will you
before.
stop? Fucking stop. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sorry Do I Know You podcast, episode 42. Welcome back, Ian.
How are you?
Where the fuck were you last week?
I was in Ireland doing work.
Doing work.
Video bits.
So he says.
I was over in Limerick recording some videos for Aravine. Bon voyage worldwide, baby.
Bon voyage worldwide.
I went up to Limerick to it was culture night.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm talking.
There's a camera there. Well done.
How are you?
Are you not used to the camera? You don't need to look at it like.
Do I look at it?
Look at my eyes. This is a conversation between you and me.
I don't want to look in your eyes. Okay, go on, yeah. Tell me.
I was in Limerick.
Where Limerick?
Yeah, Limerick.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm very hyper. I've had 3 coffees.
I've had 3 croissants.
And I've been...
You had a lot of croissants today.
I've had 3 croissants. I can't contain
I
myself.
can't contain myself. I had a lot of chocolate. Hazelnut. Hazelnut. All right, come on. You were in Limerick.
I flew back from Limerick, or to Limerick, and then they were having a gig, and I did videos and photos for them. It was lovely. And then I was driving back from Limerick.
This is a good one. Hold on.
My car is such a heap of shit, but I love it, and it just
keeps going.
It keeps going. In fairness, and I drove to Limerick, and it was a bit sketchy driving there anyway, because Limerick's like an hour and a half away from Cork.
Sure.
Maybe a bit less. And
when
I was like,
driving like Ian Cummins.
When you're driving like me as well. And then I was driving back, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was about 10-15 minutes away from my house, and it started like shuddering. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, come on, you can do this. And I got a bit closer to my house, and then it started shuddering, and then it just stopped.
Yeah.
It did, like, there was no more power in it. And I was just like, my phone was dead as well.
Okay.
So, and I wasn't like pissed off or freaking out. I was actually laughing because like the car is such a piece of shit. And I was like, this is hilarious. I can't even believe it got me to Limerick. Like, and I was just laughing as it was like, I was like, come on, baby, you can do it. Come on.
Driving at 5 miles an hour.
And then it went into limp mode. And if you don't know, old cars, I don't know if new cars still do this, but if there's an issue with the powertrain, the car will go into limp mode and it'll restrict power. So you have no power at all, and you can only go like 5 miles per hour, so it can protect the car.
Okay.
I didn't know that at the time, but I went into limp mode anyway.
You're there Googling as
I look at my phone, and it was about 10 minutes away from my house, and I was like, I could walk home if I needed. It would take me fucking about 40 minutes to walk home, but I was like, I could anyway, you know. But the car managed to get home. Bless you.
You were ready to literally and metaphorically die on that hill.
I was gonna just leave the car there, like, even though it was packed with gear.
Oh,
I was
shit,
like,
camera gear and stuff.
Yeah, I was just like, I'll get it tomorrow. Like, it wasn't that far from my house. Like, but I just crawled it home.
Nice.
And then I Googled it the next morning, and I was like, yeah, sure. If it goes into limp mode, just turn it off and on again, and it'll come out of limp mode.
Oh.
And I was like, okay. So I brought it.
So if you had turned it off at that point,
it would have just
reset.
Yeah. But obviously the car's fucked.
Yeah.
So the next day, I drove to the shop, because I just wanted to check, like, and I was driving to the shop, and I picked up my dad. I was dropping him home.
Yeah.
And the car just kept going into limp mode. So I'd be like driving along, and then it would just go
Stop.
like, and I would just turn it off and coast along the road and just restart it again. I did that about 15 times.
Wow.
To like get my dad home, and then I got home.
Was he not like inside the car, like, what is happening?
He was like in the car, and he was like, sure, Jesus, this is he's an old man now, like, so any car is a fine car to him.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is a fine car. This isn't great. Jesus, isn't great, Nick. And I just had to keep reiterating.
The thing is,
me and Rona were in the car, like, reiterating. I was like, Dad, this car is an absolute heap of shit.
It's
And it was
barely
literally
driving.
breaking down
Yeah.
as he was sitting in the car. And he's
Yeah.
like, there's a red car. And I'm like,
Yeah.
are you fucking, what's wrong with you? Like,
Yeah.
I've had to restart this car like 10 times already. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Amazing.
And the NCT's out as well.
And you don't have a full license. Somebody beep that part out.
Keep that on the deal.
I passed my theory test last week.
Congratulations.
Thank you, mate.
The English theory test, just
The UK theory test. So now,
so we can be specific.
yeah,
So then if you get your full, you can actually drive in any other country except England.
I think you can. You just can't do it for a long ass time. Google that shit, actually.
Google that shit.
Google that shit. But I'm pretty sure I can drive like temporarily. Like obviously, there's people who come over from England and can rent a car on an English license and drive around. Like I'm pretty sure there's a temporary amount you can drive around.
Yeah.
On a.
But if you're living in another country,
yeah, I agree. Yeah, if I go somewhere else, I'll probably have to get another license.
is an
But
English license useless?
That's my third theory test now, as I did a little humble brag on my Instagram the other day. Like I did one in Ireland, I've done one in the US, and I've done one here. But do you know what's funny here is like they give you the provisional before you do anything, and then you go and do the theory, and then you do your lessons, and then you do your full license.
What?
So I have a UK license before I did the theory test. They just give you're like allowed to apply for your learner's permit, and you can do that. That's the first step.
Oh, right.
Before
So
you
then
can
you have
get-
a license and then you do your theory.
Then you do your theory.
Can you drive before you do your theory?
Yeah,
Fuck off.
I think you actually can. Yeah,
That's
like practice.
That's wild.
You can practice, as
That's
in like
probably a better
you know, like
system.
the way you do it back home. Like you can't
Yeah.
you can't be in a car without someone. But I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
can start driving. Yes, according to the law.
Yeah,
If you're on a learner's permit, there's supposed to be a full licensed driver with you, and I'm pretty sure it's like a full licensed driver without the end plates. So it's like a full licensed driver of more than 2 years
In England or
in Ireland,
in Ireland?
which is bizarre.
Yeah, you can't have someone who's a full license who's on an end plate if you're on
Yeah,
a license
If you're on
or you're a learner's permit. Which, I mean, it makes sense, like, you know what I mean?
yeah, I guess.
Like, you know, if someone's just on their end plates, they're obviously a new. Well, not like most of the time they're going to be a new driver, like who's kind of like, oh, I
Yeah.
just learned how to drive.
I know. I need to fucking get it sorted.
Yeah,
though.
what the
It's
fuck are
such
you doing, like?
independence.
Drive, like,
I know. Drive.
just drive, break the law.
Oh no.
Drive
I
without,
won't
just
do
buy
that.
just buy a
Do
car,
you think buy a banger?
get it insured, and drive it. And then
My insurance
while
is
you're
being
driving,
nuts,
you
though.
practice. Like, it's not like my insurance is like 800 quid.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not that crazy. Like, and you pay it monthly anyway.
Oh,
You
that's
pay,
really
like,
not bad. I thought
I
for
paid.
like a banger.
It was when I first got insured. It was like 1,100 quid,
Yeah.
and I paid like a €300. I just paid like 300 or 400 quid off it,
Yeah.
and then
And
I
you
paid like
whatever.
I think I paid like 90 quid, 95 a
month.
month then, and now it's gone down to 800.
How bad?
I'm old though, you know. I'm 30.
Oh, once you go over 30, it's.
I think it's over 25. Your insurance.
Well,
Every year it'll get cheaper anyway, I think.
Yeah, well, same.
So your insurance is not going to be that much.
No,
like,
true, I'm
don't be a
28
puss. You
now.
know, take life
by the balls.
by the balls. You know,
Grab the bull.
who says you can't drive? The law, the government.
Yeah.
You are.
All
It's a
the above.
necessity. You need to learn how to drive, and no one is teaching you how to drive. There's no way of you learning how. You already can drive, but there's no way of practicing drive. Your parents are not going to help you practicing drive. You can't. You don't have the time to do that, so you might as well just
crack on.
crack on. You've no other option really. Like,
Well, I mean, my option legally is go and get driving lessons, get your full license, and then buy a car.
but you already have a million driving lessons. Clearly, they're not working. You need practice of actually driving.
I know, but I know how to drive. I can drive grand, like, do you know what I mean? I really can. I'm actually
I
fine.
was in the car with you before. I don't know about that.
Were you? Have I
Yeah,
driven
back
it?
in Kerry.
Oh yeah,
Back in Kerry.
back in Kerry way.
Back in Kerry.
But that was it. When I was back in Kerry, like
Jibba,
post
jibba, jibba,
cruise
yeah.
ships, I was driving a lot.
You were driving an automatic in America.
No, but in Kerry, I was
All right.
driving like my fucking parents' car on the place. And that worked. That worked grand. I was fine. You know what I mean?
I just
but
don't know
need
what
to
it
get
is,
back
but I
on
just
it.
have no trust in your driving ability.
Nobody
and
does.
I don't know.
And it makes me worse driver that nobody trusts me as a driver. Even in Florida, like nobody else would have a license. I went to the effort of going to get one, like when everyone else was like on Irish license. I got like a Florida one, but everyone was still like,
Why do
I
you
don't
think that
think
is?
so.
Why do you think there's no trust in your driving ability? Is like your
Because-
personality or something?
yeah, I think, and confidence, and people think I don't have a concentration level, and that's fair enough. Like me and Barry.
Well, you are very confident, so like, It's definitely not the confidence thing, but
Yeah,
maybe
but
the
I'm
concentration
confident,
level.
but like bashful as well. Maybe it is the concentration level. But like we've drove
I'm
to
bashful as well. Oh, no, you're driving. You're like, no.
No, not me. I can't.
Please, after
I,
you.
I can't drive. Going 120 down the motorway.
Oh, not me.
I can't drive. I can't. What, you think I can take this turn? Okay. Yeah, so we drove to New Orleans from Orlando, which was 9 hours, and they wouldn't let me take a shift. Like, it was me. There was like 3 other drivers, to be fair.
Maybe you need to prove everyone wrong.
And crash.
And drive. Have you ever crashed a car?
No.
Good.
No, not even close.
I suppose you haven't driven enough, though, to have that risk.
I drove a good bit. Like, in Florida, I drove every day because I was driving to the gigs. Like, do you know what I mean? I was like,
How far were the gigs? Still, it's an automatic, though.
4
That's
miles,
a lot.
whatever.
That's a ton of information missing.
I agree, but it's not going to be the information that's going to make you crash.
Yes, it is.
Well, like, if you're taking corners like a dickhead in 4th gear, fair enough.
But like, if like changing gears is a whole
true that for cornering anyway,
and clutch control and stuff like that. Yeah. That is without a doubt could make you crash.
But I drove a good bit.
That's a big part of it. Like, people crash because they slip a clutch when they're pulling out from a cross, or they can't go fast enough because they're not in control of the clutch.
Yeah,
you know
that is true. Yeah. Fuck.
Or they press the clutch instead of the fucking brake.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Or when they're driving and they lose like grip, they smash the brakes instead of instead of not doing that, they smash the brakes and the clutch, and then they lose like it's understeers into a ditch instead of like not braking and just using like, you know, people. I've noticed a lot of people actually don't know how to really drive a car. They can drive on the roads, public roads and stuff, but if anything was to go wrong,
that's when that comes in.
They don't know how to control a car. Yeah, like in Ireland, we don't. I think, have we talked about this on the podcast before?
We talked about everything, baby.
Yeah, we're in circles. We're in circles.
I don't know if we have talked about this.
It's like we're not teaching people. We're like, oh yeah, do your fucking 12 lessons and drive around a roundabout. Great, cool. Now you can do that and you can do it safely. You need to do that, but like, but you also need to like, our roads are treacherous. Like, we have tiny little country roads. They're covered in moss. It rains a lot. Yep. It gets really cold. It gets icy. Why are we not training people when they get their license to control a car when it spins out?
Because it's like kind of damaging to a car to simulate spinning out.
I know, but you need to. It's damaging to the dead people who crash their cars because they don't know how to control them. Yeah, when they're like going down a country road and all of a sudden they lose control and they have never practiced. Do you think it saving a car?
One of the lessons to like go on like a skid track
without a fucking doubt. That's what loads of countries do, like Finland and Sweden and stuff. It takes 3 years to get your license there, and you go on skid tracks because their roads are treacherous.
Because their roads are so fucked up. Yeah,
like everyone, if you're driving a car, you should know how to control it if it starts losing control. I suppose, because if you panic, like I've been in cars with people where a rabbit runs out,
and they're like,
and they
swerve.
Panic. They swerve dangerously, which could topple a car. Yeah. You thank God newer cars are a bit more heavy, so they're not going to topple. But like, they'll spin out, they'll smash the brakes and understeer, which you would understeer. You're trying to avoid a rabbit, you smash the brakes. You can't. You have no control because you're skidding out. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you're understeering into oncoming traffic. Yeah. But if you had practice and training of like how to control a car when it spins out or something like that, you would know that you just brake, let the wheels slow you down, spin, and then let the brakes off so you can maneuver the car around. Yeah. You know, you don't just, I need to stop. You need to stop, maneuver. Yeah. Nice. People need to train. Like, it's dangerous. Like, and I think a lot of people have died this year on Irish roads. Like, it's getting a bit crazy again.
They're always dying constantly on Irish roads.
They're always dying. I know, but we were really, we're like the worst in Europe for ages. And then in the last like 10 years, we had like, remember the old ads, body to body, funk to funky, Samantha Mumba tune, where lads be smashing their heads off each other and stuff. 3 dead, the one without the belt did the damage. Do you remember those ads? Yeah. Gross. Like, my childhood is traumatized by seeing those videos. Yeah. But they did get the road deaths down significantly. I remember.
Good man, Gabe.
And now they're like getting bad again.
Do you think you need to see more?
I think we need to, I think just we need to maybe train people how to drive their cars.
No, more death on our screens.
Just You know, just get RTE to be a fucking horror show every fucking Friday night.
Funky too funky.
Look at all these people fucking dying in our roads.
I remember there was a while there where they stopped playing them for a bit and then brought them back, and it was just like, Jesus.
It's harrowing, like. And then I'm like, yeah, whatever. Anyways,
At the same time,
that was a big car thing. Do you want to do? We're going to do.
We're a car podcast.
Car podcast. We're going to do test your Twilight knowledge by deciding.
Go on then.
By deciding whether these scenes were actually in the films or if I just made them up.
Have you? Is it?
I've never seen Twilight.
Is this actually?
Oh wait, no, I have seen the first one. I think.
So how the fuck are you gonna identify whether it's? Why? Because some of them are some of them AI generated or something?
Bella and Edward won the lucrative prize of the Golden Onion.
No.
Did you think it never happened?
Never happened. What?
Ha!
What the fuck?
That did happen.
It's so stupid. Right, come on, crack on.
Are vampires afraid of onions, or is it just garlic?
Garlic, I think.
They're grand for cooking.
They're fine
so
for onions, yeah. A few scallions.
grand. That moment when Edward got mad at Bella for tripping up during a school field trip.
That probably happened. He was weird.
He was a fucking cunt. He
Yes,
was
I know
fairly
that.
abusive.
Yeah.
Do you remember the scene when I only remember because I see it in memes all the time.
Right.
When she walks into the office or the classroom and he's like, because he can smell her blood.
Yeah.
But she's like,
Yeah.
do
But
you
actually,
see that?
he's just like all.
He's all like, he's almost coming, but it looks like he's like, she smells like shit. Like,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, what a bastard.
What did he do?
He got mad at Bella for tripping up during a school field trip. But that's abuse.
Oh, because he was afraid of her hurting herself.
She's
Fucking
such
idiot.
a fucking dope.
During the fight scene,
Of course,
in Breaking Dawn Part
overprotective
2,
Edward wasn't too happy that she was unable to stand on her own 2 feet.
Yeah.
We're only
Too
doing this
much.
because this is the first quiz I found.
I don't know why we're doing it, but
You
yeah,
don't
go
need to look at it. I'll call them out to you.
on. Go on then.
They're not even giving us scenes. They're words.
Okay.
During the fight scene in Breaking Dawn Part 2, I never saw that. Bella was accidentally bitten by a werewolf.
True.
Yeah, go on. Oh, false. Wrong. It didn't happen. All right, fuck this quiz. Fucking
Fuck you and your
fuck
quiz.
Twilight. Save it till the morning after.
Do you know what was a good film series? Was The Hunger Games. Actually, was a big fan. I swear to God, we binged all of those in Florida. I
They are
remember there was
good. The books are good too.
7 or 8
I
of them.
read.
Yeah, they got better.
I think I read
as
the
well.
first 2.
Yeah.
How many books are there? Like fucking 6 or something?
I don't know.
There's a lot of them, I'd say.
Yeah, and they have like prequels coming out now as well.
I did like the first Hunger Games. I thought it was fucking really well done. Hunger Games.
Nobody eats anyone.
Nobody eats anymore.
Yeah, nobody eats anyone.
Oh,
Nobody eats
in Hunger Games.
Yeah, I thought there'd be a bit more.
There'd be a bit of
cannibalism.
Yeah, in fairness, you are in the woods or like in a whole place.
Yeah, they don't eat. They just have like
They do in the book.
a bit of jam.
They eat someone in the book.
They eat someone in the book.
Yeah.
Do they?
No.
Oh. Fuck, I thought I was gonna have to
He
read.
strikes again. The
What a-
Riddler.
What a prankster! They call me Ian Prankster. Right. No, we're not doing fucking.
Do you want to do another
Buzz
quiz?
Sprout
No.
quiz. If you can find something interesting in the next 5 seconds, yeah. But if not, no. Because we went to see a movie last night. Me and
Let's hold on before we get into that.
Hold on,
let's-
let me fucking rudely interrupt you there so I can bring up some innocuous shit that's gonna trail off after 5 minutes. Go on, go ahead. You have 3 questions. You're like fucking stupid fucking quiz anyway.
It was a mistake.
It was a
I should
mistake.
have been more prepared.
Go
Let's
on.
see which animal represents your soul based on these very specific questions.
That's fine. I will go with
It's
that.
all about the subconscious instinct.
Okay. My spirit
It's
animal is a
instinct.
squirrel.
Okay, you're going to. How do you fight? Biting, kicking, screaming.
I
You look at
don't.
me. Anything I can do. Scratching. Which one is it?
Well, I want to say punching because I'm a fucking absolute dynamite hands, but
There's no punching
anything
there.
I can do then.
Anything I can do.
Yeah.
Be honest now.
Yeah?
Be honest.
I'm
Like
going to be honest, yeah.
you don't though.
What?
Fight.
How do I fight? I haven't fought, but if I had to, I will.
Okay. Choose an image.
Fighting would very much be a last resort for me. I have to look at this one.
Yeah, fair.
Um,
For people who are listening, there's an image of a
desert,
canyon,
it's a desert
a
canyon, an
dark alleyway, and the city. There's lovely petals on a lake with some
lily pads,
and then a lovely valley of green, luscious evergreen trees. And then in a dense forest that looks like it's in autumn, and then some sort of pink
waterflower.
Waterflower.
What am I supposed to say? Pick one.
Pick one, yeah. Which one fucking appeals to you? Which one calls to you? Which one do you dream of at night?
Probably the forest one is
the
most
forest
familiar.
one, yeah.
Yeah, the wooded area.
Fuck yeah! All right. Which house would you live in? You can't even see them. They're just.
Yeah.
I feel like this was made by AI and they just didn't get it right. Which house would you live in?
Buzzsprout
And it's a picture of a bike.
There's one on a lake. Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Do you know what? I want to say that one. I want to say the
city
brownstone. Yeah, like a New York brownstone.
New York little city house.
Yeah.
What's that called? Little
brownstone they call it.
No, like what you call a little city.
Like a townhouse.
Yeah, townhouse. I used to get so much shit from saying city. I say city.
Cork City.
Cork City.
Yeah,
it's city.
It is city.
It's city.
Cork City.
It's Cork City.
Right, go on.
With my terrible list.
Are you outgoing?
Does screaming count?
Yeah.
Sometimes, no, I don't know. Am I? Yeah, I don't know. Am I with the devil? What the fuck?
Lads, pack it in.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you are, yeah. You are, yeah. Fave dessert.
Fucking hate tiramisu. Carrot cake straight away. That's it.
Berry crumble. Jello. Gee, the blood of my enemies.
What's Italian soda? I don't know what that is. It's
carrot cake for you, right?
I love carrot cake.
Most appetizing. A
fucking fly.
A fly. An egg?
What the fuck?
This is a bit crazy.
The egg is the only one that's actually food. So yeah,
it says, for listeners again, it says most appetizing, and it gives us a picture of some rubbish,
food on it.
A fly, a flower, an egg, a jasmine egg, and some sort of bird. And a
hamster.
And a hamster.
What the fuck, lad? Okay,
which one would you eat?
An egg is the only one that's actually food.
Which lake?
Which lake? Was so weird, man.
They're all pretty nice. That's a desert.
Some of them aren't lakes. Yeah. Honestly, man. BuzzFeed's got to go. BuzzFeed has got to go.
Which lake?
Top right.
The top right?
Yeah.
It looks like a nice. It looks like a Kerry lake.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you see yourself?
Pretty cool.
Not very cool.
I am superior.
Superior. Yeah, that's probably you. You are.
No, I think
egotistical.
No, but I think like pretty cool over I am superior.
Okay. Favorite color? That's the sky.
I'm gonna say green.
Friendly. And finally, what genre of music do you like the most? We've got classical pop, alt rock, jazz, indie, metal. That's kind of a tough
Probably
one.
Pop, I'd say. Out of those, yeah.
Yeah. You're a snake.
You're a fucking
That makes fucking perfect sense. You slithering snack. I'm a snack. Good for you.
Do you want to do one or no? That was shocking now, I have to say.
It was a bit stupid, like.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the movie that we saw yesterday?
Okay, let's get into it. Welcome to...
Review.
Sorry, do I know you? Film reviews.
I would say... Sorry, can I film you?
Oh, Jesus. No.
Taking a pee
no.
in front of me.
Stop. All right. I'll let you go first. What do you think of the movie?
This is how we communicate now. Like, no.
No. Yeah, every time you try and say something.
Stop. Don't say it. We went to see a movie called The Creator yesterday, which is directed by
Gareth Edwards.
Gareth Edwards. We went to see it at the IMAX at the British Film Institute. Before we went there, we saw Andrew Scott, and he gave me a nice little wave.
That was after, no?
No, it was before the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like, "What up, Daddy?" And he was like, "Hey." But anyway, that's my sex life has nothing to do with it. We went to see a movie called The Creator in the BFI IMAX. I said that already. It was fucking class. In
IMAX
fairness.
screen in UK.
Yeah,
It was insane.
The theater was incredible. I have to say, it really was. It was worth the fucking £22.
It was £22, yeah,
which is ludicrous. Oh fuck! But anyway, the movie was very good. But yeah, we had Ian had a lot to say about it. Ian, in fact, put his whole review on Instagram. That's how heavily he felt about it.
I did.
So go ahead.
Because
give us your marks.
I did that because I love films
Cinema.
a lot.
Yeah.
And it's only really this year that I've allowed myself to fall into my passion for films again. Yeah. Because I've been distracted by music. So I'm allowing myself to just be like, do you know what? You actually are really, really into filmmaking. So why not just share your passion with the world?
Yes.
You know? So if you don't like it, then fuck off and unfollow me.
Give me a review.
The cinema was unbelievable. We were sitting there and I fucking loved the way a little spotlight came down, and that little woman in the corner was like, "Hello, welcome to the BFI," and I burst out laughing because I was like, "Damn!" I was like,
she was the ticket lady, and then
it was incredible.
She like gave her little speech at the start, but it literally was like spotlights came.
You get spotlight like traveled across the screen down to her, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" And then there she was with a microphone. I'm like, "Hello, welcome to the BFI IMAX." And then she introduced the film, which was cool, and then did her little
presentation.
Her presentation was great, and she could see that we were kind of laughing because she was staring at the two of us.
I think so, yeah.
And we were just like, this is fantastic. Like we were having a great time. Like it was worth 22 quid.
I think so, as an experience. And then she did her like Ryanair and exits her at the back and all this stuff. Actually, she went like, she actually drew from her hip, you know, to like
exits her right over there.
It was insane.
It was great. And the screen was just so fucking enormous. Yeah. It was from the roof to the floor. It was mental, like.
Bit loud.
It was a bit loud.
I put in my earplugs during the fucking movie.
I feel and like that's such an old lad thing to say, but it was a tad bit loud, dangerously loud.
I get that it was definitely
it was
over,
a bit
like,
over. Yeah, like I was like listening and I was like, this is
2 hours.
damaging my ears. Like anyway, the film itself, I liked it. I enjoyed the film. I thought it was great. It looked fucking phenomenal. Yeah. And it was well done. But
do you want to tell the people why it was so like groundbreaking in terms of filmmaking and what have you?
It's one of the few films that have been shot on cheaper cameras. It was shot on a Sony FX3, which is like a €4,000 camera. Yeah. Now obviously the lenses they used were not cheap. They would have used like anamorphic lenses, which were like €80,000, but they would have rented them. Wow. So it still would have been a lot of money to rent those lenses. But it was shot on a prosumer camera, so something that I could technically go to the shop and buy right now. Yeah. Obviously they had it decked out for like cinema rigs and stuff, and they use like not cheap gimbals, but like for a movie that cost €80 million to make, they used kind of cheap enough gear when it came to like gimbals and stuff like that. So it was impressive because Gareth Edwards, the director, said it would be cheaper to fly a small crew to all these locations rather than make the locations, because it could cost 200,000 to build a stage, like a location. So instead, they shot in like 80 different locations. Yeah, and he flew around. A small crew, didn't have massive. I think like some of the shots, he only had a crew of like 7 or 8 people. Like, wow. And when you see The Creator, you're like, holy shit, this looks like a fucking $300 million film. Like, and like visually unbelievable. Gareth Edwards, he did Rogue One and Godzilla. and Monsters, which I've actually never seen Monsters, but I want to see it. Apparently, it's fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
So he's unbelievable at like building worlds.
Yeah.
And it's cool that like this is the first like original film to come out this year. It's like the first original screenplay. Everything else has been like an adaptation or an IP. Like Oppenheimer was. Oppenheimer was like a book,
like a
biopic.
biopic.
A biopic, like and it was. I think there's a book about it as well. Barbie obviously is IP. All the Marvel shit, Fast 15 and 30. You know, all this shit. Like none of the movies have been for good reason because it's really hard to sell those movies.
Yeah.
And then they did all the VFX after the fact. So they shot the entire movie, edited the entire film, got it down to the final edit, and then gave it to the VFX people. So they saved hundreds of millions from just having the film. This is what it's going to be like. So when they were building worlds, they wouldn't have to go back and be like, "Oh, we recut that film there. Now you have to do it again." You know.
Sure.
So there's only a few films that have done that. A lot of people are saying that this was the first one.
Yeah.
It wasn't. District 9 was the first one by Neil Blomkamp. Blomkamp, which is a much better film.
Yeah, that's fucking.
And it costs way.
Well,
it goes way
like
cheaper to make it.
Good script as well.
Yeah, it was because a great script. That's the thing. The creator did not have a good script at all. It was shit. Like
it was just shoddy. It was just a bit
fucking
like
boring. Like, and the acting was actually pretty shit. Not from what's her name, Alfie. The child was great. What's her name?
Actually,
Madeline Univoyles. That was her first film. Yeah, she never acted before that.
She's pretty fucking good.
She was fucking class. John David Washington was shit.
He wasn't shit.
But he was alright. No, that's really strong.
Good.
He was not good.
But like I felt like the directing the thing like tonally it shifted all the time. Like at certain points he was nearly like comic relief.
Yeah,
which didn't really call for it.
It was weird. It was just weird. Like the middle, the second and third act were good.
Yeah,
like it started getting into it, and it kind of picked up pace when, they got into the city. I was hoping they would like be in the city a bit more, but it got in. It kind of started picking up pace there, and I was like, all right, here we go now. But it was grand. The screenplay was poor. Like what was happening? It was
wasn't
boring.
a lot
There was
of
nothing
different
interesting.
sets. All right, I was thinking about that afterwards.
Yeah.
If they'd shot in 80 locations, that makes sense. Like, because it was like insane. Like it was the pacing of the movie was like pretty fucking intense. Like
Yeah, and it was 2 hours long, so there was it was flying through it, like
next speed. Like you said, he did a 5-hour edit.
Yeah, and
I'd
he said
actually
it was
like
loads.
to see
I'd love
like
to
a
see
2.5 hour or even more.
I'd love to see it. Like,
'Cause
I'm going to go
there was a
see
lot
it
of
again.
character development on people that like.
There wasn't character development enough though. And
No,
it was like,
I agree, but sometimes like it's very much expected. Like this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Let me tell you some stories. But no, we don't have time.
Yeah, we don't. And there was too much exposition, which is like describing what's happening in the movie. The characters like, oh my god, Nomad is coming to kill this shit, and it's like, I loved.
It's our greatest weapon. In 10 years.
I loved Nomad. I thought that was a terrifying feature in the film.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like the shape, the design of it was unbelievable. Like the omnipresence of it the whole time in the film, that like it can just fuck you up at any point. I thought that was fucking class. I'd love to see another movie.
The tanks were cool as well.
The tanks were deadly as well. Like I'd love to see another movie coming out of this world that he built, that Gareth Edwards built, and see like a spin-off with a good script. It was like a great film with a bad script.
Yeah,
because like I don't know, it's mad. It's just shocking that he got to make that movie. That people were like, we'll invest enough money in this for you to make it, because that just doesn't happen anymore for these kind of films. Like, and the fact it kind of bombed a little bit is kind of sad.
I think it'll make its money back.
It won't. It has to make double its budget back to break even.
Oh, and
it's only, I think it's only gross like 30 something million so far. The budget was 80 million, so it's going to need to make another 200 million back. But it's still going to change the industry in the positive, because now all these massive Marvel films with these huge inflated budgets are going to have to cut down, because they've proven that they can make something that looks like it's $300 million for 80 million. Yeah. So these Marvel films and all the films going forward have no excuses now to be spending that much money on movies.
The same money that they were making as well.
Like,
sorry, pardon me.
They've still. That's the thing. Like, they're still making crazy money. Like, I think. they're bringing in like 400, 500 million from the box office.
But they're not as much anymore. Like, people aren't going to cinema to see the Marvel movies. They're just watching them on Disney Plus or whatever.
You'd be
And
surprised.
some of them are cat.
They're all in the top 10 grossing films this year.
The Marvel ones.
And
that
they're
came out
all
this year.
making, they're
But
all
that's 'cause
making,
nobody's going
all
to the
making
cinema.
their money. No, they're making their money back.
Yeah.
But the money comes from the cinema, not streaming.
Barbie.
Yeah. The money comes from the cinema, not streaming.
Yeah.
They're not making money from streaming.
Is Barbie the highest grossing so far?
I think Barbie might be, hold on.
And then
highest grossing.
Schlappenheimer. Oppenschleimer.
Oppenschleimer.
To be fair, the two of them did very well from coming out in the same weekend.
Yeah, that was a great call. Yeah, Barbie is the highest grossing with 1,434,328,000
What?
gross worldwide.
Sorry?
Super Mario's was second. See, these are all IP. Like
Yeah.
when a studio looks at this, why are they going to invest money in something that is completely original? Like Barbie number 1,
Meg 2.
Super Mario, Oppenheimer's 3, Guardians of the Galaxy, Fast X, Spider-Man, Little Mermaid, Mission Impossible, Elemental, Ant-Man, Transformers, John Wick.
Jesus.
None of these are original. What's Sound of
Holy
Freedom?
fuck. Huh?
What the fuck is Sound of Freedom?
That's the fucking... That's yeah. About a kid gets abducted.
Abducted.
They robbed the child.
Yeah, none
Is
of
this
these.
worldwide?
Yeah, none of these are original.
Jesus Christ.
Cocaine Bear, that's an original one, I think. Is it, or was it a
Yeah.
book, or is it a story?
It was some...
It's a
it
true
actually
story, is
happened,
it? Yeah.
So, well, it's a fictionalized version of the story, yeah.
So yeah, it's a shocker that this film got this much budget and was put into the cinema. What's wrong with you? Like, we're grown men, we're 30 years of age, and people are listening this with their headphones on.
Excuse me. I'm 28 years old.
People are sitting.
No. I'm not 30. All right. You old.
You're nearly 30. Would you
Alright,
relax?
you old fuck.
People are listening with their headphones in, making food, doing their chores,
Making food, doing their chores.
like
yeah.
doing bits, and then you're farting into their ears.
It was too far away.
That's
anyway. I don't
like
think-
that's assault.
abuse.
That's assault. That's auditory assault.
Dude, to fucking hearing you talk is assault, man. I'll be honest with you. So, just daddy fucking chill there, small bit. Yeah, it's fucking. That's assault on me. What about my feelings and emotions? Do you know what I mean? Are you in protest now? It's the Collie Do I Know You? Collie Do I Know You podcast featuring Colin Andrew in conversation with Colin Andrew. Are you stopping recording now? Pick up your microphone and stop being a little wimp. You better edit all this out. Abuse. Alright. Yeah, that's it. We'll leave it at that for this week. How long have we done so far?
40 minutes. You asked me my opinion about the movie, and I'm giving it to you. You're telling me to shut up.
Are you finished?
I just gave out to you for farting into the microphone. Like, that is such a fair. That's a fair thing to give out to you about.
What? And yeah, what's wrong with my response to that? Are you annoyed at my response?
Getting it, you're giving out to me because I gave out to you for farting into the microphone, for being rude to our listeners.
So what, like? What's your point?
Don't do it again.
All right, I won't. During this podcast, I will not fart.
During this podcast, just to be specific, just
to
this
be
one. I get
specific.
one. I get one every
I
episode.
get one fart per episode. Is a fair deal.
So
Name,
yeah,
Ian.
that's the story with the movie. I am going to buy another ticket and go see it again in Ireland with Rona,
Okay,
because I also still want to support it, even though I didn't think it was that great.
sure. Because you like the concept.
I like the concept, and I want, like, if it makes more money, then more studios will
I'll
invest
give you,
in original movies anyway.
And it was a studio movie as well.
It
That's
was-
true. It wasn't
yeah.
independent.
No, it wasn't an independent movie. It was it was Sony, I think,
20th century.
did it. Yeah.
So
So yeah,
who owns 20th century now?
I think
it's
it's
not
Sony.
Fox anyway.
I think
but-
it's Sony. Yeah. Well, then let's Google it. 20th Century Studios.
Sorry, I just rubbed my nipple on the camera. What else is new? Oh, I have announced. This is my opportunity for a plug here. We're playing a gig.
Oh, it's Disney holding them.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Standard.
Well, I suppose, yeah, sure, he probably works with Disney already because he's the Star Wars. But myself and Gubbins here are playing a gig in the Finsbury,
Finsbury.
November 23rd.
Should you not introduce the Whelan's one first?
Yeah. I think I told them about it.
Before the Whelan's gig.
Before the Whelan's
or
gig,
before
yeah,
the
that's
Finsbury
right,
gig,
yeah.
we're playing in Whelan's in Dublin. And we kind of really need to sell that one out because
London will be easy.
London will be easier.
Let's go. Anyone who listens to this podcast, if you're from Dublin, you have to come. That's mandatory. But if you have any friends in Dublin, please bring them along too. It's November 12th, which is a Sunday evening. It's going to be a lovely time. We've got support from Anton McLaughlin, Nuri's finest.
Does anyone live in Dublin anymore? Can anyone afford to live in?
Really live in Dublin?
Does anyone live in Dublin? Can anyone afford to live in Dublin?
Yeah,
Dublin's a ghost town.
Live there.
A ghost town. Yeah, if their parents live there. How many people we know who live in Dublin?
Yeah, I think a few here on the pod.
These poor people can't even afford to go to a gig. They're paying like 1,500 quid a week to sleep in a bin outside someone's house.
If you need rent supplement, I'll give you a ticket for free. All right?
Don't fucking.
No.
Teddy wants to get paid, baby.
Yeah, but
we're not
like
giving any tickets away for free.
They have to submit
pay
their
for my
income
flights, like, you know.
They have to submit my income or their income.
Oh yeah, it's a means tested if you want a free ticket.
If you want a free ticket. It's like a Susie grant.
To a shit gig.
Huh?
What?
Do you want to go to a shit gig?
Go to a shit gig.
But yeah, tickets are on sale at www.colinandrewmusic.com or on
your new website.
My new website.
Website.
It is. Oh, I need to put up the Finsbury one on my website now as well. Great. Very good. Put that in my reminders. But yeah, we hope to see you there. We've got 2 fantastic gigs, and we're actually opening for the Burma next week in St. Luke's in Cork.
I'm not.
I am.
Colin is on his own.
No, me and Barry.
Oh yeah.
Barry.
Everyone loves a fucking 2-piece.
Everyone, the Burma do.
Yeah.
It was upon request from the boys. You know, they want to hear.
How many people?
They want to hear a sexy.
If you're like,
Colin Andrew.
answer this question to us.
Yeah.
Do you love paying money to go see a 2-piece? It's just 2 lads playing acoustic guitar.
He's playing electric, and we have tracks.
Oh, do you have tracks?
Yeah.
Even better.
Sick.
How many people love to go see 2 lads playing to backing tracks?
It's not
with
like fucking, you know, I just want to dance the night away. Like we're doing, it's actually nice arrangements of my music with some subtle backing tracks. A few little bits of
you have
keys.
tracks ready for that, but you don't have tracks ready for me to practice for the gig coming up.
No, we don't have tracks ready for either yet, but they're currently in operation from Barry O'Connell.
This is why I fucking hate music.
Why? So you have to wait for people to do
fucking shit fucking is never ready. I can't even practice. Spending time, putting in time. What's the pullback?
You definitely can.
I'm putting in hours of work for no financial gain whatsoever.
I'll pay you for the gigs. Oh, I didn't even write.
How much is my time worth?
Fuck all, really.
So can I invoice you for all the practice hours of your music?
Absolutely not, no.
Do you think I'm doing this for fun?
Yeah, I think so.
I lost that a long time ago.
I think you're doing it just to keep me as a friend. So you just know as soon as you stop being useless to me, or stop being useful to me.
Excuse me?
Sorry, yeah. As soon as you stop being useful to me, I'll just run on to my next little group of friends.
I think you're more useful to me than I am. Wait.
I would agree with that.
Wait, no. No, the other one.
No, because
dance the night away.
That was a perfect track for to describe like a backing track kind of guy.
Up in St. Luke's, everyone's like, I think we made a mistake here. Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to St. Luke's. I just want to dance the night away.
Put your hands up, you fucking slags.
I'd fucking kill myself.
Yeah, I love the Burma come out then.
I'd bleed myself dry in the front row in St. Luke's if you started doing that.
Like a fucking sacrificial lamb. No, like the Burma record an album for 2 years.
Your mother says cocks in hell.
Your mother,
you and your cunting daughter. It's The Exorcist.
There's a new Exorcist coming out.
A new one?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You didn't know this?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I want to go see the original one in the Prince Charles Cinema, but you won't go with me. have to go on my own.
If I find a date, yeah.
Oh, there's a new one.
Yeah, it looks good.
Does it?
Yeah, it looks decent.
5.2 out of 10.
Okay, not great so. It did look. The trailer was good anyway.
Is it out already?
It might be.
When two girls disappear into the woods and return 3 days later with no memory of what happened to them, the father of one girl seeks out Chris McNeil, who's been forever altered by what happened to his daughter 50 years ago. The Exorcist Believer. In cinemas this week.
It's definitely like, just a really shit Irish accent in a movie.
David Gordon Green returns with his penultimate movie.
Penultimate.
Yeah.
It's a penultimate
I don't
movie.
know
Is that what it says?
No, it doesn't. No.
Oh.
I'm just making that shit up. I don't know. What's penultimate?
Penultimate means like
the final.
Before the ultimate, yeah. So like the penultimate episode would be like.
What's David Gordon Green been up to? Oh, Halloween Kills.
Nice.
Not really.
He's a little Joe.
I mean, he's
directed Joe.
He did the remakes of Halloween.
Oh, brilliant! He's also
Metal
done
Monsters.
Joe.
He's done a lot of stuff.
The King in North Sudan. Mythic Quest. Oh, lovely.
Mythic Quest. Oh, lovely. He's a big old.
Done a
Oh, that's the producer. I want to get a director.
Oh my God, David Gordon Green, what you been at, mate? Oh, fucking
Shut the fuck up.
Fucking making movies on TV, like on movies. I was hanging out with my buddy there recently. I don't call him my buddy now. I just met him. We were like he was giving me a lift to a gig. And we were on about what if we were talking about Bear Grylls, and I was like, where is Bear? I was like, Bear Grylls is from up north. No, because he's from up north, this guy as well. Sorry, James Smithles is this guy's name. Fantastic singer-songwriter, the guy that gave me a lift to the gig. Anyway, he was saying like, no, I really don't think so. I think he's like quite a posh lad, you know, but we were trying to imagine
Bear Grylls?
Yeah. Like he's from like the home counties, like Kent or Essex or one of them. Anyway, we were saying like if he was from the north, it'd be quite fun. He's like, "What you want to do, right? Piss in snake. You want piss in snake and keep it for later." And he's like, "Oh, that is fucking rancid. That is piss in snake. That's fucking rancid. I'm gonna jump in this fucking hole. What you gonna do, right?
Keep yourself warm.
Keep yourself warm. Fucking get open that cow." cut that fucking cow open there. Yeah. That is fucking rancid, that is. What
he's like
piss eating snake.
He's eating it, he's like
yeah. Like spitting out the hair and
do
shit.
Do it.
When you went to fucking fucking hell, that is that is fucking rancid, that is. Oh fucking hell. Oh, piss eating snake, that is fucking bad, that. Yeah, so shout out James Smithles.
Oh my god.
My mother is calling me.
What?
What's wrong, mother?
Unfortunately.
And we're out of time.
Well, we're doing. We've 10 minutes left, but we can just end it here if we've not less to say. Like, you know.
I'll call her back.
I'd love another coffee. I'm actually a drug addict. I'm actually a fucking drug addict. I can't stop fucking drinking coffee and smoking fags. It's very European.
It is actually, yeah.
Extremely, you know.
Do you drink olive oil?
Breakfast, coffee, black, cigarette, white.
Black cigarette. How do you like your cigarette?
Like,
black.
It's like European. It's like you go to a hotel and it's like on the thing. It's like you get a free European breakfast.
Oh yeah.
And you just walk down and it's just like a fucking box of cigarettes and a coffee. Yeah. It's like
that's
you're a European breakfast.
Your continental breakfast. Yeah. Soviet breakfast.
Thanks,
it's just like a shot of vodka and a fucking fag. Yeah.
Yeah, you go. So
hey, fucking go easy there. You're taking 2 fucking silk cuts already.
Smoke.
Oh.
I thought I heard a knock.
Maybe it's my mum.
She's at the door. Surprise!
Surprise, I'm here. Sorry, do I know you?
That's not how she talks.
Ooh, my mom, she talks like this. No, she's actually talking more like this.
In other news, what's going on? What else do you want to talk about?
Just promoting gigs, man. Do you know
Promoting
that kind of
gigs.
thing? Like, you know, putting out a song with Craig McMorrow as well next month. Like, you know, so just pushing that out there and hanging out with people and having fun.
Who's doing the music video for that?
Ian Gubbins. We're actually in the middle of planning out. I just got in touch with someone this morning to be your production assistant.
Oh yeah.
What would you call it? I said,
PA?
would you like to be an AD?
That's assistant director.
Oh well, she's doing that.
Did you ask her to be an AD?
Yeah. No, I go / helping out.
All right.
Which Megan Wallace.
Hey, what's
She
happening?
listens to the pod.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just outing people now on the
I
podcast
know, yeah.
and be like, hey, you know this private conversation we had?
Perfect. She can be, because I need someone for grip as well, for lighting and stuff.
She just texted me. She can't do it. That's all right, Megan. You know what?
That's all right, Meg.
You were the first person we thought of because I knew.
You were?
Yeah. She's a fantastic filmmaker.
So we need I just like
She cannot do it.
that's that.
Oh, it's funny.
Ooh, who next now is going to
Who's
hear this
next?
and be like, you were a second choice.
Yeah. That's so fucking true.
And now we need to find someone who doesn't listen to the podcast.
Well, come here to me now. Anyone who gets offended by being second choice is a dope because it's like, no, I'm serious.
Oh my god!
Like at anything. I don't care if I'm like the fifth person you text for a gig or something.
I just need someone who will help me with the lighting, and if they want, they have creative input. That would be nice. We have come up with a concept for the video. I am storyboarding it at the moment, so it will be a definitive, like, shots and stuff. Yeah. I just need someone to give me a hand with the lighting and stuff, and just make sure that, like, when I'm blocking up scenes and we're trying to figure out lights and stuff, I can be like, oh, will you run over there and move that light over there, you know? Because it speeds it up so much. Like when I was shooting Madam, check out his music, M-A-D-A-M. I was shooting his music video last month. That isn't finished yet. It's taken a while. But I had Emily Donoghue helping me the first day. And we were shout out Emily Donoghue. And we were running around doing different locations, like, and if I didn't have her on the day, we wouldn't have had time to get the shots in, like. Yeah. Like the first, we shot for 2 days, and the first day we went to like 4 different locations all across Cork. I went to like a fucking beach, like a different fields, a woodland area, house. So we were all over the shop, and having her like bringing gear to me and running around getting bits and stuff for me was
really helped.
Creme de la creme. Yeah, it was unbelievable. Like
creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme.
Well, I had another guy that I didn't mention ages ago.
It doesn't matter. Once they just want to be involved, like
they were joint first choice.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So perfect.
Barry's also back in, by the way. He's gonna do the music video with us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, I love making movie videos, but I'm also nervous.
Don't be,
because I'm always like, what if it's shit? I don't know what I'm doing. Even though at this stage I think I do.
I think you do know what you're doing. Yeah,
but
don't worry, you know.
That imposter syndrome is getting right up my fanny.
Right in my ass. I'm feeling imposter in my ass.
You know.
But yeah, I probably shouldn't slack back so much for the camera. I'm just feeling a sort of a relaxed environment of being on a podcast. What podcast is that, you ask?
Sorry, do I know your podcast?
Sorry, do I know your podcast?
Sorry, do I know your podcast?
Thank you very much for listening, folks. That was episode 42.
Was it 42?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that mad?
That's crazy. We still haven't gotten a year of podcasting. We've been doing this for like a year and a half.
Yeah. Well, because we're down to twice a month now. So
yeah,
we're not going to get there for a long time. But that's okay. Because you know what? We're putting in a lot more effort into trying to get guests. And the next episode will be another guested episode. So we're quite excited about that.
We're quite excited about that. We are trying to get more guests because there's only a certain amount of shit we can say to each other, and I actually prefer listening to podcasts
that bring in other
people,
yeah, of course,
and other guests, and it's a bit more crack because you can bounce off each other a bit differently then, you know.
And I'd like to
all my favorite podcasts have guests on them.
Yeah,
so we're going to do that.
Yeah,
and we just need to find. We're talking to a load of people about it, and Mike was a great addition last week.
Shout out.
Shame we don't really have much video because they fucked the video because I wasn't there. Shocker.
Yeah, well, you know.
Fucking joke.
A joke? You don't get into it now, mate, please.
But next
And
week
that
we'll have
nice
this
of you to
video.
have a podcast that you didn't have to do
Yeah,
anything for.
and
It's
we're
you
going
get
to have
all
a
the
guest
credit.
there next week. Yeah. Good stuff. Thanks. For everyone who listens, the 15 people.
Yeah,
What is that?
Buzzsprout. Yeah,
think it's like
Buzzsprout just
30.
came out of my account there as well this
Oh,
morning.
yeah,
so
you're
give
grand.
it a
Yeah.
shout.
Oh, well, we pay half and half. Good for you.
Yeah.
It just comes out of your account. We can switch to my account if you want.
Okay.
Fat fucking dickhead.
Fat dickhead. Liberties. We are switching to accounts, so fuck you.
Fat pig.
Fat. Fuck pig.
Fucking pig.
Shout out. All right. Thanks very much. Yeah, because it's just become an hour-long episode of couple bickering. So next week is going to be.
We're not going to have an episode next week.
The next episode is going to be a fantastic guest, whoever it might be. You'll find out. Thanks very much for listening.
I licked the mic. Jesus Christ. I didn't mean to. It's just a weird tick. You can just follow us on Instagram. You can actually give us a stars on Spotify now or something. We have like 16 or something.
It's time
To give us some
You can go on
stars
Spotify and click on, I don't know, the star thing. I don't know how you give us a review. Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, you can give us a review.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know your podcast. You can stream it. You can go to YouTube and watch our full videos. There are a few of them there. Not the last two, but this one will be up. It just takes like 15 days to like fucking upload a video.
15 days.
It takes literally an entire day
Yeah.
to like upload the
'cause
video
it's
to
such
YouTube
a
because
big
it's so
file.
massive.
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Shout out.
It's a lot more work in podcasts than I thought there was going to be.
Yeah, I just thought it was gonna be
Yeah,
easy,
Jesus Christ, yeah.
So we're gonna
I
chat.
can't sleep. And you can
not
follow
like
us. You follow me at Mr_Gubna. I think that's still my name.
Yeah.
Check me out. I'm blowing up.
Check me out.
Check out my videos. Check me out, Mom.
Check me out, Dad. I'm doing it with my podcast. Shout out Kojak,
And you can. Oh yeah, love it.
who I sort of
We met one time.
ran up on
Hey,
on, the
man!
bar, on the bar the other day. But
I
he
was
a
like-
lovely fella.
I was talking to him and I asked him. You just kind of panic when you're talking to, because I like loved his new music video and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I was like, "Who made your music video?" And he was like, "You can see it in the credits on YouTube." I was like, "Oh God, what a loser!"
Sorry, bro.
I actually wanted to cut my throat in front of him.
That's fucking gas.
He's like, "Yeah."
Okay, I will. Right. Thank you very much. Oh, my name is Colin Andrew. You can
We
follow
know.
me on colin.andrew.mus.
This
on
is actually
Instagram.
very long-winded.
So, yeah. Check me out.
Check me out.